This is Paul. The best small towns in America. The population is in less than 15,000? Yes. What makes a small town big on culture? Hooch, company ESRA to search its database. Could you call them? Pooh. I've had a little problem with small towns and their cult kind of way of handling problems. Well, there are a lot of small towns that have a lot of citizens, and let's say I lived in a small town and I had planned on moving to South Dakota and taking that whole half of the state, quite possibly the whole place when I get done. I've emailed South Dakota tens of thousands of times, and you know how the sheriffs in South Dakota, they like to read about other sheriff's departments that use exculpatory evidence to get the sheriff off, so that all he has to do is take a month off without pay and he can go back to work. Now, for every sheriff in these small towns, I know you're a sheriff in South Dakota. Now, I had thought, yes, that there was some reason why it would make sense to cool down the electric grid. We have had what is known as whiteouts. Yes. There was a little company called Enron. Do you remember them? The smartest guys in the room? Yeah. And we had one of these where California was using a lot of electricity because of how hot it was and how much electricity air conditioners use. And then I found out, well, we're melting the Arctic and we've removed the moisture content from the atmosphere, and we're going to have a large drought this year. You happen to live in a small town where it's just sweltering heat. You're there wearing one of these very thin t-shirts because the man that you're married to works at a convenience store and you never have any money to buy your own clothes. You're so sexy. Small town. Thin t-shirt, middle of summer, 110 degrees, sweating your ass off. The three or four kids that are very healthy that won't shut up, just waiting for your man to get home from the convenience store. Now, I thought I'd like to know these small towns in the United States, and could you get me the actual elected oaths of office that work there? The police departments, sheriff's departments. Let's just go through them here. For the second year, we sought a statistical answer by asking Geographic Information Company, Esri, database of small towns and cities, yes, that have less than 15,000 individuals. Now, as much as you say, no, I can't sue you, if you live in a city that's smaller than 15,000 persons and you have any knowledge of fraud, forgery, or deception, you actually can be sued. Now, a lot of police departments, they're asking themselves, right, why would I want to sue a police department in a small town that happens to have a police chief so I could get your shit and sell it? Now, for me, it's just about money. I don't give a fuck how much your house is worth. It's more money than I have right now. It sounds kind of.